From the future home of Super Bowl 56, there's a look at SoFi Stadium just south of downtown Los Angeles.
Tonight, it's the AFC's turn to take center stage as
it was once just an idea until breaking ground in November of 2016, and now here it is in all its glory. Spectacular SoFi Stadium here in metropolitan Los Angeles.
tonight, it's the AFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on the Los Angeles Chargers.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Good running right there. And this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Now Eckler. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Herbert will give this one to Eckler.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to that. Feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he works free. Down the numbers. There he goes.
And
all the way in for a Charger touchdown.
Austin Eckler.
42 yards.
And the Chargers will strike first here in this wild card matchup.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
They'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefit.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big connection on that one. 32 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And he's got room. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Saquon Barkley, 33 yards. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Got a man, it's Tunyon. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a 1st. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get advantage that way.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here, 3rd and 4. Justin Herbert looking to pass.
first quarter.
These two teams all tied after one. And the first play will be a field goal try. This officially a 55-yard attempt. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They snap it to Herbert. And this is caught by Williams. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front. But somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
And even 100 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the wild card round. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Now Zerline on and the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground. honed in on it and stopped him. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Now Saquon Barkley. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now Balaj. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. So they'll say no to the 50-yard field goal try. Instead, the offense out there, they're going for it. They'll try and throw for it with Griffin. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. He's going to look deep down the field. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up second down.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Pressure comes and the Steelers take him down. Cam Hayward, always a force, got back there for the sack. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there just before halftime. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Boswell good with the extra point, and we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Charger drive about to get going. And with 25 seconds to go, we'll see how they want to play this. On 1st down, it's Herbert. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just one snap of the football. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So we're at halftime of this AFC WildCard matchup as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And the half will begin with a touchback. Second half begins with a run from Barkley. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Second down, here's Barkley again. 89 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
On third down, Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. A first down carry for Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. They go play action. Griffin sliding out of the pocket. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it second and 9. Once more, here's Eckler. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. On the give, this is Eckler. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third. They'll keep it in the hands of Kelly. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. The handoff, it's Eckler. And a solid run down inside the 30. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. It's Eckler again. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
They'll try the air now with Herbert. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. They'll run here with Eckler. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. This is swung out to Eckler. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover it before he gets going.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Here's Herbert. On the screen, this is Eckler. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. One quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And the Steelers are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And it's all on the line now, all even in this wild card matchup. Maybe their most important drive of the season coming up right now here, 1st and 10. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 107 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. From midfield now, here's Griffin. He finds Kalen Ballage, his running back. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 22-yard line.
This one was all about clearing space for this play to work because he's going to leak out of the backfield to his right, then angle his way up the field. And a really pretty throw to put it on him and create the big play downfield.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
They'll run on first down. Barkley, he'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation. Ballage, and he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Kalen Ballage taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Steelers are going to take the lead. Extra point put through by Boswell, and the lead is now 21-14. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Charger drive about to get going. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Herbert over the middle, complete. It's Kellen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That gets them the first down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
Throwing, Herbert. Escaping the pressure right. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Herbert to throw. He finds his target, Allen. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 36. Herbert going to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good.
And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that.
Here's Griffin. And Gordon's got it. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the fourth. Boswell for the extra point. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed.
On Herbert, his third interception. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And the Steelers have just about sewn up this football game. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Running again with Barkley on second down. Oh, he shifts past him. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 164 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. And they'll indeed take a knee. The Steelers going to survive and advance as we say so long, everybody. So that